Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jai Hind, and welcome to Khan Global Studies. So, we are starting with our current affairs session for the day. And like last day, we were discussing about India's strategic autonomy. We have discussed about many things in this week, including about germanium. We have discussed about monsoon and many other related topics. Okay. So, in today's session, the topics which we are going to discuss, the first topic which is going to be there is Mahadei river dispute. So Mahadei river dispute, it is there mainly between Karnataka and Goa. Although Maharashtra is also a party to this, but we are going to talk about this river dispute. Recently, there was one report, and in context of that report, what we see that there has been a formal protest by Goa also, that they are not accepting what has been said in the report. Okay. So in that context, we are going to discuss all about this Mahadei river water dispute. The second topic which we are going to talk about is the ISRO mission. Now we are having the 101 mission of ISRO, the 101st mission of ISRO. So that is going to be our second topic which we are going to discuss today. The third topic which we are going to discuss is about Article 21 and digital access. We have discussed about this part earlier also, that digital access has been said to be part of Article 21 by Supreme Court. It has declared that digital access is part of this right to life with liberty and dignity. Okay. So we have seen this part. Now we are going to discuss that what are the challenges in there. The fourth important topic which we are going to discuss today is about Bihar and its population crisis. Like a few days ago, we have talked about this total fertility rate. The total fertility rate has gone up to 3. Like it's not gone up to, it is 3 for Bihar, the highest among any states. We see that the national average is 2.0, but for Bihar it is 3.0. So we will try to understand that why Bihar is having that much of population and why there is higher total fertility rate in case of Bihar. And then we are going to discuss this another topic today, that is NOTA, none of the above option. So there is a demand from many of the NGOs that this has to be made compulsory. They have gone to Supreme Court also, but at the same time, Election Commission is having a different stand on this. So we are going to discuss about all these 5 important topics in the today's session. So let's start with this. The first thing which we are going to start with is Mahadei river dispute. Okay. So I hope all of you are ready for this now. Can we start our discussion? I hope I am properly audible, visual to everyone, and we can start the discussion. Okay. So there is one more thing, like in the beginning of session itself, I want to just update you about this one part, that we are having this mains answer writing batch for 2025. So this is also one thing which we are going to start from 2nd of June. We are going to start it with 2nd of June. And in that, we are going to have multiple things. Let us see that what all will be the features of this program. The first thing, if we are talking about this, the first thing which we see here is sessions. There is going to be sessions. But sessions about what? Like for what purpose? We are going to have some live sessions. We are going to have live session for discussion of, we are going to have this discussion of previous year questions. We are going to have this discussion of previous year questions of UPSC mains. UPSC mains. And what will be the source of it? The source will be 2013 to 2024. From 2013 to 2024, The different papers which are there, we are going to discuss them all one by one. We are going to discuss them year by year, each and every subject. So that is one part which we are going to do in this. There is going to be sessions by subject experts. Okay, by subject experts, like the faculties of different subject, they will be taking the classes. Like for example, I am going to take some questions from environment, science and technology, and disaster management. So environment and disaster management plus science and technology. So from these sections, I am going to take the questions from 2013 to 24. In same manner, we will see that Sanjay Thakur sir will be taking questions of polity, then K. Sivesh sir for history, Vivek Bhardwaj sir for economy, and at the same time Arpit sir for international relations, and at K.M. Tripathi sir, he will be there for essay and other topics. So in same manner, different subject experts, they will be taking the topics of different areas. Plus along with this, you will also get this one thing, test papers, test series. So there is going to be 13 test papers of the mains. Okay. So they are going to be on this same level as UPSC standard. So that is also going to be provided. Plus the third major thing which we are going to have is regular answer writing. We are going to have this regular answer writing under this program. Okay. So regular answer writing is also going to be there in this program of mains answer writing. So this is going to start from 2nd of June. Okay. And by August itself, we are going to finish this part. Even before the mains examination, we are going to finish this entire portion. So just in 2-3 months, just in around like 60-70 days, your entire syllabus of this portion is going to be completed. So we are starting this one from 2nd of June, and the fee has also been kept at a very nominal level of 2,999 only. And think about this, in this 2,999, you are getting 13 tests also. 13 mains tests. So I bet that you will not find that much of like easy courses or cheaper courses. Okay. So 13 tests itself is quite costly sometimes, but here tests along with classes, they are going to be provided in just 2,999. Yes, Anita, you can ask your question. So this is one batch we are starting. Okay. Now let's see some questions and then we will come to the topic. You can ask your question anytime. Now, here we are having this one question. Consider the following statements about 1267 Sanction Committee of United Nations Security Council. The first one is saying it has been established by United Nations General Assembly. Second is saying it issues arrest warrants for terrorists in the global list. So which of the statement given above is are correct? That is question number 1. So tell me about this. We have this question number 1. Consider the following statement about 1267 Sanction Committee. First is saying it has been established by United Nations General Assembly. Second is saying it issues warrant for terrorists in the global list. So what is going to be correct here? Okay, one answer is A option, one answer is D option. Anita, you can ask your question. You can ask your question anytime. Okay. So yes, if we look at this, the first option is incorrect because it has been established by United Nations Security Council, not UNGA. United Nations General Assembly. United Nations General Assembly is like responsible behind this. And second is, it issues arrest warrant. No, it is just providing a list. And on the basis of that list, the countries can put sanctions on them. Countries can freeze the assets of them. They can have an arms embargo. They can have a travel ban. But it is not that there is going to be any arrest or arrest warrant issued by United Nations Security Council. There is no such arrest warrant which is issued by this organization. So here the second option is incorrect. The first one is also incorrect. Answer is D option. Okay. Adhyan batch 3.0 current affairs has been launched, or it will take time. See, we are starting it from 8th or 9th of June, 9th of June perhaps. Okay. So we are starting it with 9th of June. So if it is not visible on the app, then just wait for 1 day or 2 days. Maybe it will be live there also. Okay. So just wait for 1-2 days. It is going to start from like 9th of June. Now, coming to the next one, consider the following statements with respect to Air Defense System of India. Akash Tir system is AI-enabled air defense system. It is modular and can be scaled up or upgraded. It has capability to detect, track and engage multiple aerial targets simultaneously. So it can engage, the third statement is saying it has capability to detect, track and engage multiple aerial targets simultaneously. So what will be correct here? C option. Yes, if we look at this, Akash Tir system is AI enabled. So I think you know that, yes, it is AI enabled system. It is modular and can be scaled up or upgraded. So that is also correct. The third one is saying it has capability to detect, track and engage multiple aerial targets simultaneously. So that one is also correct. So here the answer is going to be C option, all three. Okay. Now coming to the next one, consider the following statement. Tuberculosis is a viral illness impacting mainly the human lungs. Second is saying India has the highest burden of tuberculosis globally. So which of the statement given above is are correct? Anita, actually I'm not having any idea about it. See, the thing is, like, I can give you update about what my class is there or not when I will be taking classes. So that is one thing which I know. But for other part, like, it's not that I am connected to everyone, so I can tell you. Okay. So for that reason, I don't have the answer for it. B option, C option. Now, if you look at this question, this is a common type of question which is generally asked by UPSC. The thing is, second statement, you know that India has the highest burden of tuberculosis globally. Around we have seen 28%, 28% burden is there. So second statement is correct. But the first one is saying it is a viral illness. Now think about this. Is it a viral illness or is it a bacterial illness? It is not a viral problem. Tuberculosis is caused due to Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Okay. It is caused due to Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Okay. So this is one part. The first one is incorrect. The second one is correct. So answer is B option. Okay. It is a bacterial problem. Foundation batch में science and tech and ethics. No, Muskan, I am not having the idea right now, but the team will inform about it. Okay, or I will ask from the team from this. If you can just mention after the class, just mention that in the comment box that which batch you are talking about, and then I will ask the team. Okay, so at the end of the session you can mention it, then it will be there in my mind, and then I can ask it. Okay, so these were the three questions which we have. Now coming here to the topics. The first topic which we are going to see is Mahadei river dispute. So India is having multiple river disputes right now. Okay, we are having multiple river disputes right now. Multiple river disputes. Okay, you can see one such issue which we have seen recently is with respect to the Beas River and Satluj River between Punjab, Haryana and other states. Okay. So what we see that this in this river system issue or dispute between Haryana, Punjab, then we have Rajasthan also, Delhi also. So this dispute we have seen recently. We have discussed it in the previous weeks that the dispute between Rajasthan, Punjab and all other states which is going on. Second thing, we have always seen that this Kaveri river dispute is there. Kaveri river dispute. Kaveri dispute is there. Then at the same time, if you remember a little bit earlier, like a few months earlier, we have seen that even between Kerala and Tamil Nadu, there is dispute. Even between Kerala and Tamil Nadu, there is a dispute with respect to Mulla Periyar Dam. Okay. So what we see that this Mulla Periyar Dam, that dispute is also there. And then we are also having this one dispute that is between Goa, Maharashtra and Karnataka. Okay. So we see that this Mahadei river dispute, that is also between Goa, Maharashtra and Karnataka. At the same time, Mahanadi river dispute is also there between the eastern states of Odisha, Chhattisgarh and others. So this is one part that we see this problem in entire region of India, from east to west, from north to south. Like now you can see we have completed this entire circle from north to south, east to west. We have now river disputes throughout the country. On northern side, we have of course the river dispute of this in this river system now within the states of India. Then in the western side, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka. Then in the southern side, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh. And the eastern side, we have now got this Odisha, Chhattisgarh and other states having river disputes. So behind all this thing, you will find that poor water resource management is one of the major cause. But let's focus on this Mahadei river dispute. Okay, I have studied general science because of you. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, that's why we are talking entirely in English. Okay, although like in the English sessions, what we see that like if you look at from this angle, that in English sessions we see that there are few people, but at the same time we continue in English just because of this, that through this part we try to like cater to the English students, that you don't have to go in the Hindi language, you have to continue studying all these things in English language, so that when you are writing in the exam, you have to write in English. When you are speaking in the interview, you can be that much confident that even if you have to speak for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, you can speak in English confidently without even thinking a single thing, without even having any single confusion, or without even considering something for a single second. You should be able to speak, you should be able to write. And if you are able to do this, if you are doing the regular practice, then definitely you are going to enhance it. Okay. So let's start. First thing is Mahadei river dispute. So if we talk about this river, if we are talking about this river, it has its origin. Like if we are talking about this river, it has its origin in Karnataka. Okay. Yeah, that we are coming with very soon. Okay, Muskan, just in a few days you will find that video. Okay. So we are coming with that very soon. So in Mahadei, if we talk about this, it is part of this Karnataka. Origin is there in Karnataka. Okay. It has the origin in parts of Karnataka. The majority portion is flowing through. If you look at this, it is passing through, it is flowing through Karnataka plus Goa plus your Maharashtra. A very small portion of it is passing through Maharashtra. So we see that it is passing through these three states. Now the challenge, why this river dispute is there, the challenge is between Karnataka and Goa. The challenge here is between this Karnataka and Goa. And remember this thing, this Mahadei river itself is known as Mandovi river. It is called as the Mandovi river in Goa. It is the main river of Goa. It is called as Mandovi in Goa. And like in Goa, it runs for around 76 kilometers. So the total length of this is around 111 kilometers, and the major portion of this Mahadei river is passing through Goa. So it is primarily, you can say that it is primarily a river of Goa but having origin in Karnataka. Primarily a river of Goa but origin in Karnataka. Now, if you look at this river, why the dispute is there? The dispute is because of various projects. So let's look at the timeline of it. Like if we talk about the timeline, you can see different portion. In 1960 to 1980, Karnataka started making various diversion projects on this river. They started making various diversion projects on this river. In 2002, Center has given this approval for Kalasa Banduri project. Center has even given this approval that okay, you can go ahead with your projects, you can build this project. And then there was protest from Goa. Goa has protested against this, that Kalasa Banduri project on this river Mahadei is not suitable for Goa. Now after that part, in 2006, Goa has even gone to Supreme Court. Okay. Now you know that in interstate water dispute, it is not the original jurisdiction of Supreme Court. In fact, you know that in interstate water dispute, the Supreme Court can interfere only after there is a verdict by any of the tribunal. But in general, what we see that it is not coming under the original jurisdiction of Supreme Court. So then after, what we see that in 2010, Mahadei Water Dispute Tribunal is set up. And by 2018, it has given its final award. It has said that 13.42, that much water is going to go with, that much cubic water is going to go to Karnataka, okay, and 3.9 of it can be diverted. Okay. Then Goa has got the maximum amount of water, Maharashtra has got a very smaller portion of the water. So this is one part we see here. Now in 2019-20, again what happened that all the three states, Maharashtra also, Goa also and Karnataka also, now they have appealed against the decision of this tribunal. So it was not only challenged by Goa but all the three states. They are not all satisfied with this award. Now what has happened that in 2020, the center has notified that okay, this will be implemented. It has said that tribunal has already given the award, so this will be implemented. Even right now what we see that this is sub judice. Now it is sub judice in Supreme Court. It is there in Supreme Court. Okay. It is there in the Supreme Court. So this is the timeline. Now remember this one part. From the examination purpose, what you have to keep in mind first, from the prelim section, you have to keep in mind that where is this Mahadei river, where does it originate, which states it passed through. That is one part. Okay. Second thing is, from the mains perspective, UPSC is not going to ask you specially about the dispute between Karnataka, Maharashtra and Goa. Why? This is not a much more bigger dispute. This is a small dispute between the three states. In case of Kaveri, it is a major dispute. But in case of Mahadei river, it is not such a major dispute or not such a huge magnitude. So you don't have to remember this timeline. Now there is a possibility, that's why I was giving you this context, that in India, we are having multiple such disputes between Haryana, Punjab also, Karnataka, Kerala also, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu also, Maharashtra, Goa and Karnataka also, Chhattisgarh, Odisha also, Madhya Pradesh also. So we are having a number of disputes across India from west to east, north to south. So the question can be this, and I am giving you for practice that discuss the factors behind several water disputes in India. This is one task for you. Like you should be prepared for this part. Okay, you should be prepared for this part, that what factors are responsible behind several water disputes in India, and also suggest the reforms, suggest the remedial measures. So this is one thing which is required, that first of all you have to tell about this, that what are the factors behind several water disputes in India, and second thing which you have to also say is suggest the remedial measures. Okay, so this is one thing which you have to look into. Now remember one thing, while it is important to see what to read and what you have to read, while it is important to know that what to read, but at the same time it is also important to know what not to read. So what you don't need to read is the full detail of this entire thing. UPSC is not going to ask about Goa Maharashtra dispute, and if you are not from Goa or Maharashtra, if you are not from this region, then even in interview you don't have to worry about it. Okay. A general understanding, a general knowledge about this is required, but the main thing which will be asked in the mains examination is about this one, that why we are having several water disputes in India, what is the reason behind it. Okay, I hope it is clear. You can write on this. I hope you all can write on this, Mahadei river dispute. Okay, so moving on to the next topic, and that is the missions of ISRO. Okay, the next one is ISRO is going to have this one more launch. This is going to be 101st launch of ISRO. So this time again using PSLV C61, we are going to launch a Earth observation satellite EOS-09. This is Earth observation satellite. Earth observation satellite. We are going to have this launching of Earth observation satellite EOS-09 using the PSLV C61. So just tell me this one part. If we are using PSLV and this is a Earth observation satellite, so in which orbit we are going to place this? What will be the orbit for this? In which orbit we are going to place it? Low Earth orbit or geostationary orbit? Is it going to be low Earth orbit or geostationary orbit? Where we are going to place this? Where we are going to put this Earth observation satellite of India? In which part? In which orbit? Think about this. This is a Earth observation satellite. Earth observation satellite. Okay, GSO. Geostationary, that is wrong. The Earth observation satellites are going to be placed near the Earth, not far away from the Earth. They are Earth observation. So if we want to observe something, we cannot do it from 36,000 kilometer. We cannot do it from 36,000 kilometer. We have to do it from nearby. So this is going to be placed in low Earth orbit. It is going to be placed in the low Earth orbit, not the high Earth orbit, not the geostationary. Okay. Now, what is the main aim of this? It is going to have surveillance. It is going to enhance the surveillance capability of India. So from here you can understand that in the present context, this Earth observation satellite 09 is highly relevant. We were talking about security system, surveillance and all, and this Earth observation satellite is going to keep a surveillance on various areas. So it is for surveillance. And see, this one is not using optical observation. It is not using optical observation. Optical observation means the light which is getting emitted, some satellites are catching that only. Some satellites are catching only the light waves which are coming out of the surface. But this one is going to tracking using radio waves. Tracking using radio waves. This is going to track using the radio waves. Now, what is the benefit of this? What is the benefit? If you look at this, if we are talking about optical, if we talk about optical telescope, so there is a limitation. They have got a limitation, that is visibility issue. Visibility challenge due to weather, cloud, dust, etc. So optical telescopes, they are going to have this challenge that due to all these issues like the weather, cloud, dust, due to all these factors, it may not be getting that much of clarity. But this one is using radio telescope. This is basically a radio telescope. So what is going to be the benefit? Can give clear image even in bad weather condition. It can give this clear image even in bad weather condition. So that is the benefit of this Earth observation satellite 09. So from here you can understand that why this is a crucial launch for India. Even when there is any such cloud, dust, bad weather condition, in that situation also, or even during the night, it can observe the area with help of radio signals. So that is one of the benefit of this EOS 09. Plus one more thing, it is having one thing called as synthetic aperture radar. Many a times you will hear about this term, synthetic aperture radar. So what is the meaning of this synthetic aperture radar? Let me explain it to you through this one figure. Suppose that here there is one of the location A. There is this one person A over here. Now when the satellite was here, it was observing this. When the satellite is reaching to this position 2, it is again observing this. When it is reaching, like now see this part. So the normal aperture of this satellite is only this one. The normal aperture is thus this one. This is the normal aperture. This is the normal aperture. But this satellite has a special ability that it can focus even while it is moving. Even while it is moving, then also it is able to focus on this one point. So its what we see that its actual aperture becomes like this. This is the enhanced aperture. This what we see is enhanced aperture. And what is this aperture? Aperture is the area or the angle from where it can catch the images. The area or portion from where it can catch the images. So in synthetic aperture radar, it is having a wider angle. It is having a wider angle. So that is the one benefit of synthetic aperture radar, that it can fix. So it can keep eye on certain thing for a longer period of time. It can keep an eye over certain object or certain person for a longer period of time. That is the benefit of synthetic aperture radar. So we have got this Earth observation satellite having radio telescope ability and synthetic aperture radar also. So that is one thing, Earth observation satellite 09 being launched by PSLV C61 on Sunday, and we will see that this one satellite is going to enhance the surveillance capability of India. So that is our second topic, EOS 09. Okay. And I hope you all know about Chandrayaan 5, Chandrayaan 4. We have already discussed them multiple times. So this article was also discussing about those factors. Okay. Now, coming to the next topic, there is this one thing, Bihar and high population rate. So tell me one thing. Last day when we were discussing about the total fertility rate, I have told you that Bihar is having the highest total fertility rate. In case of Bihar, it is 3.0. The national average is 2.0. So why is Bihar having higher fertility rate? Why Bihar is having higher total fertility rate? So anyone from Bihar? Anyone from Bihar who can tell me why Bihar is having higher fertility rate? Education, okay. Yes, education is one factor. I say just one normal question. From which state you all belong? Like, let's see what is the diversity. Which state do you belong to? I think many people will be there from Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, okay. Bihar, Gujarat, nice. Delhi, Bihar, Haryana also, good. Punjab. Okay, so we have like got the entire west to east from Gujarat to West Bengal. If people come from Arunachal Pradesh, then we will meet the west to east in. Okay. Kerala also, nice. So we need one person from Jammu and Kashmir. That from Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh to Kerala, and then from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. So yes, one of the major factor is education. One of the major factor is of course education. What we see that census 2011. In census 2011, it has been seen that 53% literacy. There was 53% literacy among women of Bihar. Among women of Bihar. So of course, education is one of the key factors. Okay. Okay, Madhya Pradesh also good. So from north to center to south to west to east, that makes the entire India. Okay. So what we see that when we are talking about education, when we talk about education, what we see that 53%, that is the literacy rate among women in Bihar. And that is of census 2011. Okay. So this is one part. Second thing is, when we are talking about this state of Bihar, one of the major factor which has been highlighted many a times is the higher poverty also. Okay, poverty. Now, why this poverty? There is a lack of awareness issue also. Poverty plus awareness issue. Poverty plus awareness issue. Now, what is the main factor here? When we are talking about poverty plus awareness, what we see that in Bihar, people are having more number of children. Why? Because they think that if they are having more number of children, they can earn more amount of money and that can bring them out of poverty. People think that if they are having more number of children, it means there will be more working hand in their family, and more working hand means they will be able to come out of poverty. However, this is a misconception among people. What we actually see that due to higher population or due to higher number of family members, none of them are getting good quality of education, good quality of nutrition, any skill is also not being provided to them, and they make 2 or 3 different families which are further stuck in poverty. They make 2 or 3 families again having higher number of people. So then this vicious cycle of poverty starts. This vicious cycle of poverty is going on in Bihar. So what we see here, that here they think that more hand, more income. So that is one misconception among the people. So there is poverty plus lack of awareness. So that is also one of the factor. Now, third factor is social and cultural factor. Social and cultural factor. See, in case of India, as per NFHS survey, National Family Health Survey, this National Family Health Survey which was conducted between 2019 to 21, it said that at India level, at national level, what we see that around 2/3 population, they think that 2 child is the ideal condition. 2 children are ideal condition. 2 children are ideal condition. But in case of Bihar, what we see that only around 49% think that ideal is 2 children. So around 51% of the population of Bihar think that they should have more than 2 child. So as per the National Family Health Survey conducted in 2019-21, what we see that around 51% women in Bihar think that they should have more than 2 children. So that is also one of the factor. Then there is another factor. And that is the empowerment of women. Okay. Lack of empowerment. There is lack of empowerment. Now, we will not simply say that there is lack of empowerment. We will also see the main part of it, like how there is lack of empowerment. You all know that there is one thing called as ASHA workers. There is one thing called as ASHA workers. Okay. So in case of ASHA workers, they are providing awareness. They are giving awareness to pregnant women. They are giving this awareness to pregnant women or married women. Now, what is happening? That in case of Bihar, and this is the ground report from Bihar as per what has been published in the Hindu, that ASHA workers are not allowed to meet the newlywed women in Bihar. Asha workers are not allowed to meet the newlywed, the brides who are there, they are not allowed to meet them. In fact, they have to discuss it with their mother-in-law. Okay. So, they are not able to reach newlywed women. Access limited by, their access is limited by mother-in-law. That if you have to talk to, you have to talk to mother-in-law. Okay. So that is also one of the challenge, that they have to talk to mother-in-law, not the women who can actually get pregnant and can have child. So this is also one of the root cause of having more number of children in case of Bihar. And the fifth one, of course, is there is one simple part: lack of access to contraceptives. Lack of access to contraceptives. Government has been promoting contraceptives throughout the country for a very long period of time. Government has been promoting these things for a very long period of time. In village areas, contraceptives are being provided to women free of cost also. In various government hospitals also, contraceptives are being provided free of cost. But then, if they are not having access to ASHA workers, how they will get access to contraceptives? So that is also some of the factors which is causing this higher body count, or you can say that higher total fertility rate in case of Bihar. And one more factor is early marriage. Now, of course, child marriage is not that much prevalent. But what we see that if women are getting married at the age of, let's say, 20 years also, 21 years also, so in that case also, they have a fertility period of at least 15 to 20 years. Normally, we see that the fertility period is from 18 years to around 35 years. This is the time when women get pregnant and they can have child easily, can have even later. But this is the normal period of fertility, 18 years to 35, 40 years. Now, if a woman is getting married at the age of 20, 21 years, so there is a more likely chance that they are going to have more than 2 number of children. But if they are getting married at the age of, let's say, 28, 29 or 30 years of age, then after that, they have a narrow window. They can have max of 2 child. So this early marriage is also one of the factor. And finally, one of the things which was highlighted once upon a time by economic survey, and that is sun meta preference. In various surveys across Bihar, it has been seen that people want to have at least 2 boys. They want to have at least 2 boys who can bring them food, who can earn more money for the family and get the family out of the poverty cycle. So they want to have at least 2 male child. That is also pushing this number, that is also increasing the fertility rate. Yes, you can ask. Okay. Although the old methods are not very much common right now, but then there is no limitation on number of child. Okay. People are having more number of child. Of course, it has been also said that by 2040, Bihar is going to get total fertility rate of 2.1. So it's not that it is still increasing. By 2040, it has already started to decline, and by 2040 it is believed that we are going to have a total fertility rate of 2.1, which is the replacement level in Bihar also. So although Bihar is coming to this path a little bit slowly, but it is reaching there. Okay. So I hope this part is also clear. Why we have so much population in Bihar, why we have so much of high total fertility rate in Bihar. Yes, 2 male and 1 female they want. Yeah, that is the one thing which they want, that they should have 2 male. Yeah, of course this is the area that in our society, what we see that there is this son meta preference. People believe that if they are having daughter, so that is not good, that is not right. And the challenge with this is that it is not only being said by the male, it is also being said by the female of that family, the mother-in-law, or those who are of, like, let's say, those who are elderly in those, even if they are female, they are also saying the same thing. That is the irony, that female are telling other female that if you are having a female child, that is not good. So think about this, that what is the irony of our society, that female is telling other female that you should have a male child. That is the biggest irony of our society. So this is one of the challenge, that society and all people are thinking about that, what society will say, what others will say. The government is coming with insurance schemes. Okay. Yes. So this is one part. Now coming to the next article, that is article 21 and digital access. Okay. So although we have only 5 minutes remaining for today, so we will discuss this one article in detail in the next session. We are not going to discuss this today. This one we will take up in the next session on Monday. Okay, because we have to discuss this in a bit comprehensive manner. To remind me on Monday, we will have this one session. Okay. Okay, I have not seen your question. Okay, Anjali, I will see that question, and in Monday class I will take that up. Okay. So let's see one more topic for today, not this digital access part. We will see this one part, NOTA. None of the above option. Okay. I will take that question, Anjali. Don't worry, I will take that question. I think you have said about Phillips curve, perhaps. Okay. So there is generally we are having the studio for 1 hour these days. So that is one challenge. Okay. Because after that there is Hindi current affair class also. You know that. So next week I will take that topic. Okay. Now we have this one thing, NOTA. Okay. So let me just show you this one trend. Okay. Let me just show you this one trend, that when we are talking about NOTA, what we see that this only 1% of the voters, they have chosen this option of NOTA. Okay. There is just only 1% of the people who have chosen this option of NOTA. So Election Commission of India is saying this, that if only 1% of the people is choosing this option of NOTA, then why we have to make it compulsory? Okay. Now here what we see that in this case in Bihar, what we see that in 2015 Legislative Assembly election, around 2.48% of the people, they have chosen the option of NOTA. Now at the same time in Gujarat in 2017, we have seen that 1.8% vote people have chosen this option of NOTA. So Election Commission is saying that there is only 1%, but then there is another part of it, that yes, in some of the states we are seeing that generally there is a change here. There is a change here, and people are exercising this option of NOTA. So of course there is a need to make this much more compulsory, like make this mandatory, because it is the expression of the people, it is the expression of the voter. So we have a need of integrating it. We have a need of integrating it in our Representation of People Act. Okay. We need to integrate it with Because many people are expressing their votes in form of NOTA, and 2.48% of Bihar is a significant number. If we are talking about 2.48%, that goes in lakhs of people. And in democracy, what we see that it is said that vote of one person also matters. So 1% of India's total voter, that is more than the voting population of some of the countries. There are some countries in Europe, their total votes will be less than what we have got in NOTA. Their total constituency is going to be less than what we have got in NOTA. Okay. So of course, we cannot say that just because 1% people are having NOTA, so we don't have to consider it. It is more than the entire constituency of some of the European countries. Okay. So that is one part. The digital access topic we will discuss in the next session, that is on Monday. We will discuss it in a comprehensive manner. Okay. One question from Sushma, that can I give UPSC CSE prelims exam during last year of my graduation? Of course you can give. The only thing which you need to have is, by the time of mains examination, you should have your final mark sheet. Before the mains examination, you need to have your final mark sheet. Okay. Culture also, like more children means more lathi. That age of lathi is gone. Okay. Can we declare winner NOTA in Indian election? No, we cannot declare it. But yes, some changes can be done. Some changes can be done with respect to NOTA. Right now, there is one change which may be suggested, that for winning any constituency in India, there should be a minimum level of voting percentage which a candidate must get. If they are getting a minimum level of voting percentage, then they should be declared elected. Otherwise, there could be re-elections. Okay. So there can be many suggestions. You can also express your thoughts about it. You can mention that in the comment box, that what we should do in case of NOTA and what other political reforms we can bring. So we will meet again then on Monday, not Tuesday. On Monday we will meet again, and then we will discuss remaining things. Okay. So thank you so much everyone. Take care and all the best. Thank you.